Office. I hope you had a very good and safe weekend as we started reopening. The governor's order for wearing face coverings went into effect on Saturday. We'll talk about face coverings in a minute. The thing to remember about face coverings is they don't protect you, they protect other people from you. The mask you wear protects me, the mask I wear protects you. The data this weekend, we had 8 new cases on Saturday. We even had another fatality. A lot of this is around people living in senior residences, and we know those are very, very dangerous hotspots. If you have a family member living in one, please be very careful. Those visits have been cut down or cut off, but remember to check on their well-being, call them, talk to them, see how they're doing. Don't let them feel isolated or alone. If they start feeling sick, call attention to it. We need to protect our seniors. We need to look after those who have a hard time looking after themselves. Part of the Santa Fe Promise. Santa Fe Promise says, I'll keep myself safe, I'll keep you safe, I'll make Santa Fe safe, and I'll look after those who need extra special help because they can't keep themselves safe by themselves. We are now getting ready to put some of these cotton masks into different locations. Rich Brown, our Economic Development Director. Very easy to put on, take off. We're going to start getting those out next weekend in some of the food packages. They'll be delivered to some of our other areas where we know they can make a difference. If we've got guests coming in from short-term to stay at short-term rentals as we start to open up, we'll make sure they have face coverings as well. I was on a call on Friday with a number of our hotel general managers. They're starting to get people make reservations, starting to get people come back to town, which is good as long as we all stay safe. And that's where the Santa Fe Promise again comes into effect. That's going to be our code of conduct. That's the promise we make to ourselves and to each other and to the people who come from out of state, out of town. Wear a mask, wash your hands, use the hand sanitizer, keep 6-foot social distancing. We have not yet won this battle against COVID-19. The more we crack down on COVID-19, the more we can open up our economy. Some folks have been sending notes and emails saying they don't really see why face coverings matter. So I found a really good piece of work that describes how and why COVID-19 virus spreads. And think about what, again, I said that the face covering doesn't protect you from particles coming in. It protects others from particles that you send out. Here's some interesting facts. A single cough releases about 3,000 droplets, and those droplets travel at 50 miles per hour. That's amazing. A single sneeze releases 30,000 droplets, with droplets traveling at up to 200 miles per hour. If a person is infected, the droplets in a single cough or sneeze may contain as many as 200 million virus particles that can be sent out across an entire enclosed space. Even a single breath will release 50 to 5,000 droplets. Now, they're more likely just to fall to the ground quickly, but remember that by the simple, respectful safety measure of wearing some kind of a face covering, doesn't have to be a mask, could be a bandana, anything that protects you, prevents you from sending droplets out, protects everybody else. And that's what we need to have so we can reopen our economy and start to reopen Santa Fe. I made an announcement this morning that relates directly to reopening Santa Fe, and that is the forecast for our budget for the next fiscal year that starts on July the 1st. Our finance department has done modeling, and all of this is related to the economic aftershock of the coronavirus health emergency. No health emergency, no fiscal crisis. They're combined. They go together. That's why we have to crack down on the health emergency so we can open up and restore our economy. The current estimate for the fiscal year that's coming up starting July 1st is that the city of Santa Fe is facing a $100 million budget deficit on all of our funds, about a $30 million deficit on our general fund. Now, our department heads are already going to work on figuring out ways to economize. We've asked our department heads to come together as clusters of activities, so public works and public utilities and parks work together. Our internal services team of information technology, finance, human resources, city attorney, constituent services all work together. The quality of life departments like community services, land use planning, all of those that deliver quality of life services come together and look for efficiencies to deliver excellent, high quality services with reduced financial capabilities. This is what a health emergency provokes. It goes from a health emergency to a fiscal emergency. That's another reason why wearing the face covering, washing hands, using hand sanitizer makes a difference. It not only keeps your friends, your family, your grandma, your grandpa healthy, it begins to return health to our economy. We are asking the federal government to help us. We need support from the feds in order to deal with this crisis. There is a bill that the House of Representatives passed, championed by our delegation, and if it gets through the Senate and if the president signs it into law, the city of Santa Fe would get an estimated $29 million for the fiscal year of 2020 and about $14 million for the next fiscal year, 2021. $14 million is a lot of money, and it's not enough money, not when you've got a $100 million budget deficit. So if you know somebody who lives in another state, particularly a state with a Republican senator who could be convinced to help all the cities of America, regardless of politics, Democrats, Republicans, it doesn't matter. Cities are where services are delivered. Cities are where people live. Cities are where work gets done. We need our cities to recover. The future recovery runs through our cities, and we are a state capital. We need federal help. We need help from the state. A lot of purchases were made in the last 2 months over the internet, not here in our small mom and pop stores that are open now, and I hope you will go buy whatever you need from our local mom and pop stores, get off the web, get off the internet. But in the meantime, there's a lot of internet sales tax that could be coming back to Santa Fe. We need the state legislature, when they meet in their special session, to vote to send that internet sales tax money straight to us so we can help provide services straight to you. That's where we are today. There'll be more later in the week. I didn't get the data yet, but there was another virtual Lemonade concert Friday night. I watched it. Some amazing performances, great singing, great music, great interviews. Thank you to Creative Santa Fe for putting that together. There's a lot of work being done right now to think about ways to do two things at the same time. Keep Santa Fe safe, start Santa Fe fun. It's summertime, people want to get out. Your golf course is open, the trails are open, hiking is open, tennis courts are starting to open up. We need to do it safely. We need to do it and follow the governor's orders. We need to be respectful and mindful of what I just read to you about these little droplets that can create more infection. The last thing we need is a second wave of coronavirus. We're starting to come out. We're starting to open up. If we don't crack down, we'll have to shut back down. So please do what the governor's ordered. Wear that face cover. Wash your hands. Keep the 6-foot distance. Stay home if you don't need to go out. It's still safer to be at home. There's lots of good work to do at home with yard work and painting things that have been long neglected. A lot of honeydew work to be done. So stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. When you do go out to get some exercise or have a little bit of fun, keep that 6-foot social distance. We cannot afford a second outbreak of COVID-19. If we have to go back inside for 2 more months, that $100 million budget deficit becomes a $150 million budget deficit. The restaurants that are starting to do more business with takeout, the shops, the stores, our local merchants who are starting to get some trade going, get their people back to work, they'd have to close down again. That we do not want. So please, please, please do the right thing. Take the Santa Fe promise. I promise to keep myself safe, to keep my family and community safe, to make all of Santa Fe safe so we can open up and restore our economic vitality. We want to save lives. We want to save livelihoods. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good weekend. Have a great Monday, a safe Tuesday. I'll see you on Wednesday. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, follow the governor's orders, and to the greatest extent possible, if you can, still stay home. Take care.